Okay, good afternoon to everybody here. We have some people here attending in person, and then we have, I think, 20 of you in online. So, thank you very much for coming in this afternoon. Uh, must be quite tough for you to come out of whatever you are doing, but thank you very much. I am Captain Christie. I am the chairman of the INA Kochi chapter. From this time onwards, INA has taken a decision that all these webinars would be conducted by various chapters in rotation. Okay, so this is the first such session. So we have Mr. Jayalal who will be talking to us on marine warranty survey, and we have a chairman of the session, Professor Anantha Subramanian. So I'm sure all of you would know, and Mr. Antony Prince is the chief guest. So it's my job to introduce the chairman for the session, that is Professor Anantha Subramanian, and thereafter he will conduct the proceedings, take care of all the question answers and sum it up. Okay, and he will also introduce the speaker as well as the chief guest. Okay, so let me introduce Professor Subramanian. Now, Professor Subramanian, I think everybody knows it. So, it is very difficult to introduce somebody who is known so well. But it is easy also one way because I don't have to say much. That is what he said. So let me tell you what I did. I asked for a biodata. I got around eight pages of biodata. So I was not sure what to do. Then Hari came to my help. He said, "Sir, there is a very simple way. Put it to Chat GPT, and you tell how many words you want." So this has been given by Chat GPT. So I don't blame me if I miss out something. You can send something to Chat GPT and then get it corrected. Okay. So let me introduce Professor Anantha Subramanian, a respected academic researcher and naval architect with over 38 years of experience in teaching, research, and industrial consultancy. But as a naval architect, obviously, his experience is much longer than that. He retired as a professor from the Department of Ocean Engineering, IIT Madras, where he also served as head of department from 2013 to 16, an alumni of Kochi University and IIT Madras. His areas of expertise include ship design, marine hydrodynamics, propulsion systems, and computational fluid dynamics. Throughout his academic career, he has guided several doctoral and postgraduate scholars and contributed extensively to research publications, sponsored projects, industrial consultancy. He also played an important role in modernizing the towing tank and strengthening experimental hydrodynamic facilities at IIT Madras. Professor Subramanian also collaborated with international universities and research institutions and is a recipient of the DAAD fellowship. He also holds patents related to oceanographic vessel design and hydrodynamic model control. A fellow of the Institution of Naval Architects India, he continues to contribute to the profession through defense-related consultancy and as founder director of Fine Hulls India Private Limited. Now, a little out of the text, we are contemporaries. Both of us passed out of our respective universities, me from Kharagpur and he from Kochi University in 1980. So you can imagine, and so we have been keeping in touch. So but we never worked in the same organization. It's a great pleasure for me personally to have him in Kochi chapter, because anything, whenever I have some doubts whether I should do this or that, I can always ring him up and assured that the direction in which we are moving is the right direction. So with a small brief, let me welcome Professor Anantha Subramanian and hand over this job of conducting this session as chairman and also introducing the speaker and the chief guest. Thank you very much. Welcome. Yeah. Now let me just do an audio check. You could do very clearly. You could hear me very clearly. Yeah. Jayalal, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe put everybody else.
Why not switch off the mic itself? They can't hear.
Yeah, from here they have to.
They can't hear.
So, Amit, can you?
We can hear you clearly, sir.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. And anyways, when the presenters start, it will be from online, so it should be fine.
So, in case there is a disturbance, just give us a ping. So we will correct.
Yes.
So for us, the voice is clear, sir. I'm not sure. I saw the comments that there are echoes, but for us, it is clear, sir. At least Amir can also confirm.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you can try switching it off. I'm a teacher. I can talk loud.
No, but online. You have to reach online. No?
It won't reach there. Huh? No,
sir. We got a confirmation. The audio is clear now, so I think we can continue, sir. Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry, your introduction they would have missed. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
But at least you can handle it.
Okay, thank you, Captain Christie.
Yeah.
Or Commodore Christie.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
I get the pay of Commodore, but I call myself Captain.
Okay, thank you for the kind introduction. Is it still echoing there?
No, sir, our audio is clear.
For me.
Yeah, yes, sir, it is clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, right. So it's my pleasure to be here with our esteemed friend, Engineer Antony Prince, who is the chief guest and who is also the host, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we have the pleasure of being here in his premises. And again, as Christy said, everybody knows me. Definitely, Antony Prince is so well known, and he has been a pioneer in many ways. And I have had such close interaction with him that I know how he has made an amazing career and has been serving the larger shipbuilding industry in so many ways. Anyway, it is my duty to formally introduce Mr. Antony Prince. I have a crisp 2-page biodata, not like that 8-page you have got. So I will try to make this short and crisp. Mr. Antony Prince is an internationally acclaimed maritime leader, naval architect, and engineering innovator with 5 decades of global experience across Asia, Europe, North America. As president and CEO of Smart Engineering Design Solution, that is SEDS here, and president of GTR Campbell Marine Consultants and Alvo Ship Designers Limited, Bahamas. He has directed the design of more than 150 vessels across the commercial and defense sectors. So his pioneering fantasy ship of the future concept redefined bulk carrier design and reinforced India's shipbuilding renaissance. A fellow of the RENA UK and Institution of Marine Engineers India, he has mentored over 500 engineers, strengthening indigenous capability and advancing sustainable innovation. So that is one singular major contribution he has done, which makes us all feel proud that he is today with us here. Now, his expertise in CFD, finite element analysis, advanced naval architecture, combined with his leadership in major shipyards worldwide, continues to shape maritime excellence and inspire confidence in India's global shipbuilding stature. So, there are a number of key achievements I'll just touch upon. One is the revival at Kochi shipyard by delivering a project 120 days ahead of schedule, and that is no mean feat considering that it is a yard under the rules of Government of India procedures. Then he has designed vessels recognized as significant ships and this has been recognized by the RENA UK. He has facilitated 6 export bulk carrier order at Kochi shipyard, Hindustan shipyard, thereby boosting India's global reputation. Spearheaded indigenous programs, fast patrol vessels, hybrid ferries, the anti-submarine warfare, shallow water craft, fleet support vessels, and coastal research vessels. So he has championed design in India, make in India in the true sense of the words. And he has had collaboration across shipyards in Japan, Korea, China, Spain, India, Sri Lanka. Now, for the leadership roles, of course, I know this goes without saying, he is the fellow of the RENA, he is a fellow of the Institute of Marine Engineers, he is honorary fellow of the Indian Institute of Naval Architects, he is advisor to the India Ship Technology Center, and founding president of the Indian Marine Designers Association. Yeah. So he has contributed to India's shipbuilding renaissance by facilitating, as I said, the 6 export bulk carrier orders at Kochi shipyard and 4 export vessels at Hindustan shipyard Vizag. So this speaks of significant milestones achieved in India's emergence as a competitive global shipbuilding nation, because it is not easy to contribute to world shipbuilding given the competition and what we call the level or lack of level playing field. It's my pleasure, therefore, to welcome Mr. Antony Prince for this meeting. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now,
Jayalal.
Jayalal, also I introduce?
Yes, very good. No free meal for the chairman.
Now I know, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Which beach are you, Jayalal?
Eh?
Which beach is he, Jayalal?
Which he is
Enjoying the beach.
he is in Bahamas.
Jayalal is in
Only I know
Bahamas.
Punos.
I see. Okay, Jayalal, you are in Bahamas now. Where is it?
No, I am in Dubai now.
You are in Dubai. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, this is Mr. KP Jayalal, Naval Architect. He is from the 8th batch of Kochi University with experience in marine and offshore engineering. In fact, he's got a very rich biodata with so much of exposure to ship design, the entire gamut of shipbuilding, and which is what I will formally tell you about very briefly. So he's been having a lot of experience in marine and offshore engineering, shipyards, and also with engineering consultants. And what we are going to play today here, the marine warranty survey, right, Jayalal?
Yes.
That's what
Exactly.
you-
Yes.
Okay. So this marine warranty survey expertise covers supporting offshore oil and gas developments, marine transportation, load out, installation, heavy lift, marine construction projects. And this is based on his experience in the Middle East, in India, Asia, and Europe. So he has the experience of reviewing, verifying, approving, attending, load out transportation, lifting, float over, float on, float off, pipe lay, and offshore installation operations, which is a very, very enviable track record. Technical expertise includes suitability survey of tugs, barges, jack-up units, installation vessels, heavy lift vessels, transportation engineering, sea fastening design and verification, stability assessments, barge structural strength evaluations, motion analysis, ballast engineering, and mooring analysis. He has contributed to several major offshore development projects for organizations which include Qatar Gas, ADMA OPCO, Maersk Oil Qatar, SBM Offshore, NPCC, ONGC, Saudi Aramco, Ras Gas, and Total Energies. So all this in addition to numerous jack-up rigs and vessel transportation campaigns. So he will give us the contents of his presentation. I don't have to read that out. So with these few words, we welcome Jayalal here and thank you so much for the presentation that you're just going to share with us. Okay, Jayalal, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So shall I start now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. You can share your screen and yeah, you can start.
Yeah, just while he's preparing, sharing the screen, this actually happened on a discussion between me and Jayalal. We are in the same building. So he said marine warranty survey he is doing. So I found that it is something different from what most of us are doing. And I'm sure it is something which we don't know much about. Okay, so we are all expecting to hear from you eagerly. So over to you, Jayalal. So continue.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We can see it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Can see? Um, Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the presentation and about me. And today I'll be presenting on the role of marine warranty survey in managing the risk and ensuring safe execution of marine operations. I hope this session provides useful insights into how marine warranty contributes to the successful delivery of marine and offshore projects. Usually, major marine incidents do not occur because of a single technical failure. When the risks are underestimated or not properly managed. This is where marine warranty comes into picture. The topics covered today in this presentation: what is marine warranty, MWS role and the scope, benefit of using skilled marine warranty surveyors, few case studies, as well as some lessons learned. This is just a brief introduction only, and I am not going to into in-depth analysis of various incidents. What is marine warranty? In most of the offshore installation projects, there are high value equipment which are exposed to significant marine risks. Therefore, insurance is obtained to transfer these risks. This is by means of construction all risks insurance called CAR or marine transit insurance. CAR is used for field development projects or construction projects, and marine transit insurance is normally for ocean tows. The insurance underwriters, they require assurance that the work will be executed safely and competently. So the policies therefore include specific warranty requirements. This warranty is a promissory undertaking by the assured to perform the work as described in the policy, follow agreed methods and procedures, maintain specified minimum standards throughout the project. Insurance policies typically include a marine warranty clause, which specifies mandatory actions the assured must follow during the marine operations. The insurers also insist that all the critical marine activities should be reviewed and approved by a third-party, independent third-party company. This company is called a marine warranty survey company. The purpose of this company or marine warranty is to reduce the risk as low as reasonably practical. Also, involving marine warranty gives the insurer underwriters confidence that the project will be executed safely and in accordance with accepted marine engineering practices. Most importantly, if MWS approval is not provided prior to any commencement of any project, any operation, then it is considered as a breach of terms of their warranty. Then it affects the claim in the policy. Marine warranty surveyor role. MWS marine warranty acts on behalf of both insurer and the assured. It ensures operation comply with recognized codes, standards, and acceptable risk levels. MWS verifies compliance with industry best practices and regulatory requirements. The scope is agreed between insurer and the assured and may involve at times MWS consultation. This is generally guided by the level of internal assurance measures already in place within the assured's organization, level of class society and regulatory body involvement, complexity, novelty, and sensitivity of the proposed operations, asset value, size of the project, assured's previous insurance policy, insurance history, underwriters' claim history, etc. Fundamentally, the MWS is responsible for ensuring high-risk marine operations are performed within the acceptable risk limits by ensuring plans and procedures have been prepared for a given operation. All the marine operations, before that, there has to be engineering plans and the procedures should be in place. These are to be supported by engineering calculations as per recognized codes and standards. Suitability and certifications of any major equipment proposed for use during the operation is carried out. And these are to be appropriately operated by qualified persons. Basically, before any operation, the equipment such as for an offshore installation project, there can be barges, heavy lift cranes, tugs, etc. will be there. So all these equipment are to be surveyed in advance and surveyed for the suitability of that particular operation in advance, and it should be approved. And make sure that equipment like crane, etc., are operated by the qualified crane operators. Or in the case of a jack-up rig, the leg operation are to be done by qualified people, like that. Appropriate mitigation has been made and operational limits put in place. For example, in the case of a offshore jacket installation, lifting, maybe you will have to limit the weather criteria depending upon the crane capacity and various other factors. So such limits, operational limits, are to be put in place. The preparation and testing is carried out prior to commencement of operation. These are like crane testing. In the case of crane, the crane load test has to be conducted and approved. And say, for example, in the case of offshore mooring, if you are doing the mooring in a particular area first time, before doing the actual mooring, you do the anchor pull test to make sure that there is no drag occurs, things like that. Then the operations one commenced and performed in accordance with approved procedures and within agreed weather and engineering limits. These duties are achieved via following: validation of project conceptual design basis and criteria, review and approval of marine operations procedures and all engineering, associated engineering, attendance at marine related hazard identification meetings, engineering meetings, etc., inspection and audit of all transportation, tow, and all critical operational equipment, attendance on site to witness and approve, define high-risk marine operations as required. These are basically the MWS duties are achieved based on these factors. Basically, the MWS process involves two things. One is the engineering procedure and the document review side, and then the actual attendance. For the document review part, it starts with agreement on the design basis and the criteria to be used. Then documents are produced on that basis and sent to MWS for review. MWS reviews and either approves or send back with comments. Once all items are closed out, then the final document approval takes place. Once that is done, the next stage is attendance during the actual operation. Before the attendance, we need to make sure that the units, the assets are properly surveyed and audited. Then just before the operation, once everything is in place as per the approved documentation, then certificate of approval is issued. Then monitor the operation throughout and final reporting. The MWS deliverables generally covers document review sheets, certificate of approval, including recommendations. Sometimes the certificate of approval includes recommendation like the certificate will be invalid if the environmental limits. If the operation is carried out beyond the limiting environmental criteria, like that. Then the reports, vessel suitability survey reports, etc. These are the general MWS deliverables as part of the process. And then onshore and offshore activities. This is a trailered loadout of an offshore equipment. And these are the normal documentation to be checked or verified for this particular operation, which is weight of the module, loadout analysis, method statement, trailer capacity and stability, barge ballasting, barge strength check, local and global, support grillage check. These are all part of the loadout operation. Next one is this is a lifted loadout. The first one was trailered loadout. This is lifted loadout. The difference is in the loadout documentation, you will have lift analysis and the crane capacity check as additional compared to the previous one. This is a skidded loadout. This is the skids, the support, the module support. There are skid shoes are provided at the module support and then pull it by means of winches to the barge by skidding. Those three are normal onshore activity, and these are the offshore activities, which are, this is one of the typical offshore activities, barge towing. And the another one is, this is called float over installation. I'll come back to that. Typical offshore activities are barge or vessel towing, piling for the installation of platform legs, lifting or launching operation, lifting for a jacket or a deck structure from the transportation vessel to the support, launching for some jackets are launched at site instead of lifting. Float over installation of platform, that is this one. Float over, this is mainly used for heavy platforms where crane vessels of that size are not available. They basically pre-install the legs offshore, then take the barge along with the platform on board between the legs. Then they position the, after positioning, ballast the barge and transfer the platform supports to the piles, to the legs. This is called float over installation. And then another offshore activity is transportation of rigs, accommodation barges or vessels, etc. on board on the deck of a semi-submersible heavy lift vessel. I'll come to that later. Another one is mooring for a pipelay barge. Before the operation starts, the barge has to be moved by a 6 or 8 point mooring. Then the actual pipeline operation, that also comes under offshore activity, and then cable laying operation also. These are the typical offshore activities. Then next is benefit of using skilled marine warranty surveyors. These are the benefits like independence, operation experience, marine and engineering expertise, local knowledge of the presentation, and claim reduction in case of an issue. Independence. MWS actually operates as an independent third party, free from commercial or contractual pressures. It provides objective and impartial assessments of marine operations. Independence is especially critical for EPC contracts where commercial pressures can influence decisions. It ensures approval decisions are based solely on safety, technical compliance, and risk management. That is, these are the advantages of because of the independence. Operational experience. Usually, contracted project teams, they are generally focused on few projects in 3 to 5 years, whereas a marine warranty surveyor is involved in multiple projects across different regions and industries, thereby bringing broad operational experience and lessons learned from diverse projects, identifies potential risks based on previous incidents and best practices, provides valuable insights that enhance the safety and reliability of marine operations. Experience alone does not qualify the MWS for every project. They should have expertise on specific operations. Familiarity with facilities, vessels, and equipment involved is essential, and the proposed marine warranty survey company should be accepted by the underwriters also. Third one is marine and engineering expertise. MWS provides marine and engineering expertise to supplement project teams, helps address industry's shortage of experienced engineers and mariners, supports projects with technical advice when required. Large and complex projects require multiple disciplines like marine and offshore engineers, naval architects, master mariners, subsea and pipeline engineers, structural and civil engineers, geotechnical engineers. The appointed MWS should have adequate technical expertise, multidisciplinary capability, and sufficient resources. A sole practitioner or a small MWS company may not be suitable for complex projects, even if experienced. Local representation. These surveys will have knowledge of local environment, facilities and contractors, thereby making the approval process simpler and easier. So once we have all the four taken care of, then naturally it satisfies the fifth one, which is the claim reduction. So a marine risk management comprises project management, attendance on site, local knowledge, expertise and experience, marine and engineering document review. This is how the MWS risk management is carried out. Then case study. In this particular case study, I only took the HLV transportation as an example. This is transport of a accommodation barge from Mexico to Ivory Coast. Seaway Eagle, the heavy lift vessel around 200 meters long, is used for the transportation, which is a semi-submersible heavy lift vessel. This is how the arrangement on board. Because of the longer length of the accommodation barge, it is arranged inclined as shown in the deck plan. This is how the donnages on the HLV main deck is arranged. This is the picture of dunnage on the HLV main deck. And these structures, this yellow structure, this is called guide posts. This is for, this helps aligning the vessel, aligning the accommodation barge when it is floating in water. I'll explain later on that. Once the dunnage is completed, then the HLV is ballasted and sinks down to the desired water level, desired depth, water depth. And these are the different phases of how the accommodation barge is brought into the position. In the phase one, 2 tugs are connected in the aft and 1 in the forward. And these are also connected by tuggers to the winches on the heavy lift vessel. During this stage, only the forepeak accommodation area and the 2 pontoons on the back end of the HLV are visible. All other, the complete hull is underwater. Then in phase 2, the accommodation barge is brought close to the main deck of the HLV. Then 1 tug is removed in the 3rd phase and started positioning, inclining to the required level. And in the 4th stage, it is completely placed and aligned on the deck. So you can see these 2 items, one here and one here. This helps in positioning. This is the guide post I showed before. This helps in positioning the vessel while it is floating. And once it is positioned and divers goes underneath and check everything and confirmed, then they deballast the HLV and brought back to the desired draft. The final condition is like this, ready for transportation. Next one is few lessons learned from various projects. These are the failures during the road transportation. You can see this is failed. This is also tilted. Or the possible reasons could be road bearing capacity may be inadequate. Trailer capacity could be another issue. Cargo stability was not checked properly. Excessive speed of the trailer. These are the possible reasons for such type of incidents. These are during the lifted loadouts. You can see this is the pull out of a paddy. Could be due to lack of welding, most likely. And this is the lifting failure of a module. And this is also incident during container lifting. This is a skidded loadout failure. Possible reasons could be barge loadout arrangement, ballasting errors, quayside strength inadequate, skidway or grillage capacity inadequate, mooring, bad weather, link beam design. Link beam, when you do the actual loadout, there is a gap between the jetty and the barge because of the fender, jetty fender and other things. So that gap is filled up using a ramp-like structure, which is called link beam. This is the loadout failure. One item is already loaded out, and this is happened during the loadout of the second unit. The possible reasons could be trailer level, barge mooring issue, insufficient ballast pumps, mooring bollard capacity inadequate, mooring rope could be another issue. This is another incident during float on operation. Here, most likely the reason could be stability, because stability for HLV loading, stability is critical. Immediately after submergence of HLV main deck and the cargo bottom touching the water level due to sudden loss of water plane area. Because basically it covers the dunnage height area where we don't have the only available water plane area is on the forward part and the aft pontoons, the two pontoons on the aft. Other than that, there is no which may not be enough. Therefore, in such situations, what normally they do is they slightly trim the vessel, HLV and then continue with the procedure. But this seems to be a stability issue. This incident is during the sail away, structural failure. Maybe not sure whether this is part of the platform or another piece welded to it, but whatever it is, this is the force acting on these structures because of the vessel motion may not be taken care of properly and fastened accordingly. That could be reason for this type of failures. This is the failure inside because due to lack of or inadequate internal fastening. All loose items on board vessels during the sail away has to be properly fastened. If not, such incidents occur. This is tandem lifting of a 150-ton transformer in Canada during winter ice conditions. This time is at 10:55. They just started lifting, and at 11:05 or so, this is the situation. Possible reason could be ballast, frozen ballast, weight transfer not monitored, stability issue, crane head heights, and the GM. That's all. Now it is a question answer session. If
Prince can give his.
Perhaps for convenience, shall I read the questions, if it's okay?
Pardon?
Read the
I was just asking, should I read the questions?
Before we go for the question answer, our chief guest, Mr. Prince, may have to go a little early because he's in time
Sure,
zone.
sure, sir.
So,
Sure, sir.
yeah,
I could stay for some more time. I've got. So
whenever
yeah.
you are to tell, then we will give you that 5-10 minutes slot to you. Okay. So, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now for the questions.
So I see one question by Mr. Vinod Kurup. What is the support grillage check? There is a question, sir.
support grillage check is the structural strength of that grillage to make sure that the loads, that grillage structure is strong enough to take the load during the various phases of the load out or transportation load.
Thank you, sir.
I have one very general question. There are a lot of specific questions. This is like what I have seen is that, when a disaster takes place, in fact, a lot of your disasters, I have seen it in YouTube, some of them, because when you go there, it probably gives you a spectacular viewing. So that's why they publish in YouTube. One specific question is that marine warranty surveyor ensures that it has been, the cargo or whatever is being carried has been correctly, moved or, tied up or, all the structures, all these things have been fastening, everything has been done. But there is a lot of things can go wrong during the operations. Okay, because it is probably operated, like especially road transportation, so many things. It is operated in a manner which was not intended to be. Okay, now something goes wrong. How do you apportion the blame to the marine warranty surveyor versus the person who is operated? Because obviously there will be some investigation, and because insurance has to pay. So just curious about how this is handled when something goes wrong, and who decides what is the reason and who is supposed to be blamed. I mean, this is a general question. So can you answer?
Okay. See, the purpose of marine warranty is not to completely, they cannot avoid the risk completely. We can reduce the risk. So even if there is marine warranty approval is provided, there is a chance that something can still go wrong. But if all the all the procedures are completely followed as per the approved documentation and site conditions, then there is a still possibility that you can get the insurance coverage by the insurance companies.
But how do they decide, where it is not a marine warranty surveyor
If
issue?
an incident occurs, then maybe another third party loss adjusters or assessors will come into picture. And they can decide whose fault it is. Or they bring another marine warranty company to check whose fault it is.
One question in continuity with what Captain Christie was asking about. Now, for example, take that specific case of that 150-ton transformer being lifted and in
Yeah.
no time the ship has capsized. Okay, to me it looks like maybe this 150 ton, the moment it went to the top of the jib of the crane, that became unstable, which means possibly, okay. So maybe that is something could have been thought of. Let us say it was an oversight or lack of the technical calculations done a priori, which led to. Assuming that such a thing happens, then who gets the blame? Or how do you settle that? Again, a general question, just for the information of our valuable audience.
In such cases, first, the appointed marine warranty surveyor themselves will review the actual cause of the incident from a both technical and operational point of view. That will be done by naval architects or structural engineers and mariners. Then, if everything is done in accordance with the agreed documentation and the site conditions, then naturally the MWS will write to the underwriters about what happened, because as I said in the beginning, MWS is not to completely remove the risk. MWS can only reduce the risk. So there is a possibility that something can still go wrong. So on that basis, usually underwriters takes a decision, and if they feel that they need one more incident report, then they can appoint another third party, either marine warranty or loss adjusters, to review the situation again and give them a report. So it is, in the end, it is the underwriters who decides how it should be done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. There are a few more questions in both the chat box and the Q&A box. And as
You
the
do
first-
an alternate between
yes,
online
we
audience
can alternate, sir. And as soon as the
First-
chair permits, we'd ask the chairman to come in. Meanwhile, I would request if Mr. Apurvakar can be added to the panel. He has got a couple of questions. I read the questions even as Mr. Apurvakar is added to the panel. He wishes to know how marine warranty survey companies are registered on regulatory provisions for allowing to operate. Are there anything? That is a question. Yeah.
Marine warranty company registration, you will have to, because worldwide almost 95% of the underwriters are based in UK, London. So you have to approach them directly. And before approaching them, you need to prove that you have previous experience doing small jobs. So, which has to be done with local insurance companies. So you have to work with the local insurance companies for few years, get the experience, and then with all those things to approach the final underwriters in London. And that is how you are getting registered. It's a very tedious and long process. That is the reason why we don't find many marine warranty companies even worldwide.
Shabarukar has already been added to the panel, sir. You can ask the second question, sir. I see you in the panel.
You ask a question.
Mr. Jayalal, this deductibles is meant to take care of this unforeseen eventualities during operation, right?
Can you repeat? It's not clear to me.
Deductible is a repeat.
Deductibles. When you take a marine policy, there is something like a deductible, standard deductibles. So that is basically so that in the case of a claim, that amount is excluded from that. What I guess is that amount should cover the say minor or maybe the mishaps which happen during the operations.
No, deductibles may be there, but if the operation, what finally marine, see why insurance companies using marine warranty, because they don't have technical capability to assess the operational and the engineering aspects of all the operations. So they, whatever marine warranty company, they completely depend upon the marine warranty company only. So if the procedures or the operation does not take place as per the approved documentation and site conditions, then marine warranty cannot approve, and with that, they cannot get any claim.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Apurvakar, you can just ask your second question. I see you on the panel. His question in any case was, is there any integrated software available for carrying out the analysis for marine warranty survey document? That was his question.
Marine warranty, there is no particular software. Marine warranty is normally guidelines only. Guideline issued by, there used to be Noble London guideline in the beginning. London offshore guidelines used to be in the beginning. Now Noble London is with DNV. So now there is a new guideline called DNV ST01 for marine operations, which is widely used in the for various marine warranty engineering, and also for the structural, they also accept international standards like API, AAC, like that. There is, you can use any software for doing a structural analysis of a grillage, for example. You can use any software, but the loads and how the loads are supported, everything has to be in accordance with the codes. So long as that is followed and you do the analysis using any software is acceptable. The marine warranty does not specify any particular software.
Sir, you can please speak, sir. Prabhakar, sir, you can just please speak.
Somehow this, I think when they speak, it is not coming. So you will have to intervene. Maybe you will have to ask the question.
Yes. Yeah.
We are not hearing.
Because, yeah. Now, a varying naval architect, probably, Reba Ahmed, she has asked, or she or she, I don't know, has asked, my question is regarding a career start as a fresh graduate in Marine Warranty Service. She wants to know, or he or she, I don't know. Her question is regarding how a fresh graduate can start a career in Marine Warranty Service. A fresh graduate.
For a fresh will be difficult because marine warranty, the problem is you are supposed to be a specialist. So you have to have, some sort of experience, at least minimum, I would say about 10 years experience you should have in thorough experience you should have in naval architecture and structural engineering. So I would suggest to work with some engineering consultancy company for a few years, for 5 to 10 years, and then go to a marine warranty company, because their marine warranty companies, like any other engineering consultancy company, will not have many people. So there will be few people to assist, or you cannot get assistance from others in a marine warranty engineering company. You are supposed to know most of the things, of course, because I mainly work for marine warranty company called ABL. They have 54 offices, 55 offices worldwide. So in case of a doubt, you can, globally get the answer very quickly. But again, you will not have anyone sitting next to you to clarify your immediate doubts. So marine warranty, I would suggest to work for some time for fresh naval architects and then go to marine warranty.
Jayalal privately told me that unless you have some gray hair, nobody is going to take you seriously in the marine warranty.
That is also true, because when, as a marine warranty surveyor, when we go to the site,
Either gray hair or no hair.
a lot of people, if you don't have gray hair, people don't listen to you. It happens.
Sir, another question by Mr. Padmesh Bhune, if I read the name correctly. Sorry if I've mispronounced your name. What if the operational hazards, despite all the checks in marine warranty service? What he essentially means to ask is that, do we have any zero risk achievement? That is the question.
No, zero risk you cannot. You will still have risk. That is, I am repeating again, marine warranty is to reduce the risk, not to eliminate the risk completely.
Okay.
This has tickled a lot of interest.
And another question by Mr. Pradeep Kumar. Just wanted to know, the approval of technical documents are also done by marine warranty surveyor. If so, which is the reference used for this?
Reference for example, if for a barge ballasting calculation report, you don't need any reference. It's a theory, simple theory. But if for a structural calculation, for example, yes, you have to use either ASC or API code and the requirement. For stability, there are codes as per the DNVST01 code. It specifies what is the stability, what are the stability criteria to be followed, like that.
Thank you, sir. Now, Mr. Girish Shekhar has now joined the panel. He has a series of observations as well as questions. Mr. Girishekar, perhaps you can just unmute yourself and ask it directly. Mr. Girishekar? He was primarily commenting on there's no specific software, which is already told by our speaker also. It is primarily stability, motion strength, rigging, etc. Then he has some observations and questions combined. One question was, how about ship, heavy lift vessel, or barge specific intelligent decision systems?
Intelligent? I didn't.
How about ship, heavy lift vessel, or barge systems? I think I'll read all the three questions perhaps if they are interrelated. This next question was how to get these systems into practice in the industry. The third was how to implement on barges, physics-informed AI-assisted digital twin, bidirectional prediction, decision support, and operational intelligence for offshore transportations, barge motion responses, and optimal ballast configuration, and get a concurrence from warranty services or insurance body approval for these types of solutions introducing into the industry. I mean, probably these three questions are interrelated. Basically, whether there could be intelligent decision systems which could be brought into practice in the industry, and a physics-informed AI digital twin can be, get introduced into the scheme of the marine warranty services. I think that is the question.
Yeah, because especially in HLVs,
That will be much better.
most of the new HLVs are fitted with software. Depending upon the wave direction, it automatically changes the direction because there is a limiting for every ocean tow. There will be limiting wave height. Like say, wave height cannot be more than say 8 meters for a particular transportation. So they set that 8-meter wave inside the software, and that software steers the vessel depending upon the actual wave direction. So that is how they control. This is normally only in the heavy lift vessels, but not in ordinary barges and all I have not seen.
Mr. Girishekar, you're in the panel, you can speak.
VPS, I think there's a problem. I don't think they are able to speak.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. What I suggest is you combine all the questions. There are a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So
in fact, in Q&A box, a lot of questions are there. I would prefer if they put in the Q&A box instead of chat box. I'm in the chat box now. I would request the audience to put the question in the Q&A box.
Yeah.
For instance, Jatish Chandra has asked a question. Who are the marine warranty surveys in India?
In India, there is Sterling, then ABL, of course. Then I think Air is also doing marine warranty. Whether it is in India or not, I'm not sure. But in Dubai, they are doing.
My company is doing Sailpath. Hey, Jayalal, Sailpath is also doing marine warranty survey.
Okay, I didn't know, sorry. Is it a new one?
You are not so well known. That is what it is.
No, it is Vinod Vijay Mohan.
I know him.
That company, Sailpath, is doing marine warranty survey.
Okay. I didn't know, I'm sorry.
When that ship sank off the coast of Kerala, he went there. Luckily for him, after he got down, the ship sank.
It was okay till then.
And the follow-on question is there any approved list for insurance companies?
Approved list. All underwriters, marine underwriters in UK. You can go to the net, just check, you will get plenty of underwriters.
Now, Mr. Paulson Joseph has asked a question. What is the criteria, or who calls the shot of a need for marine warranty service in projects? Is it from the owners or from the insurance side to bring down the premium part? What is the commercial angle here? I mean, who really is calling the shot that I require a marine warranty service? Is it the owner or the insurance company? Or is it to reduce the insurance premium?
Mostly it will be the owner because all the projects will have, high value equipment. And if something happens, if you don't have insurance, you don't get anything. So you naturally take a insurance, then marine warranty comes into picture.
And that's an interesting question by Mr. Girish Shekhar. What is an approach for creating our own India-based warranty service? I mean, is there, how do we create our own India-based warranty service?
We can actually discuss with some insurance companies in India, and then maybe it is possible.
I'll move on to
You
the
should
Q&A
discuss
box.
with, not small companies. You should discuss with a high-level insurance company, India-based company, and through that, it can take it up, possibly.
Oh, I have a question from Mr. Sujit Tuneri. As the industry adopts larger offshore structures, floating winds, and alternative fuel infrastructure, what do you see the most significant gap in the current practice, and how is the industry prepared to address them? I'll repeat the question. As the industry adopts larger offshore structures, floating winds, and alternative fuel infrastructure, what do you see the most significant gap in the current practice, and how is the industry prepared to address them? As we move to larger structures, is there a gap, and how is the marine warranty service industry trying to address them?
Larger, it is a tricky question.
What is the gap means? I think it's not clear also. You're saying
Yeah.
that, larger means larger, anything larger is already addressed. Okay.
No, what he means is that not the larger gap, sir. What he is asking is for large structures, floating winds, and alternative infrastructure. Is there any gap in the current practice?
Okay.
And
Gap means if the marine warranty comes into the installation phase of any project. Okay. So if during that process, if all the engineering, required engineering are taken care of in accordance with the, international codes, then there is no gap.
Okay, yeah. Actually, there is no structure today which cannot be addressed by a marine warranty surveyor. Every operation are addressed. So,
Yes.
so that's all. Maybe
So there is no gap. If things are done properly, then there is no gap, whether it is for bigger or smaller or whatever.
I suggest this is a very interesting topic. Let's start another committee and look into this. Why we can't start it here? Because big insurance companies are there anyway in India, United Insurance and all. Because how I am knowing is that we managed to sink 4 ships in LNG. So, so I had a 1 year interaction with all these guys.
So Jayalal, you are an automatic choice to do whatever is required in India.
So let's
spend more time in India rather than in Dubai. So that's what.
Formulate a strategy to bring this up in India, because it's a big money business, I can tell you.
It is a huge money.
Big money business. And since we have so many naval architects, marine engineers, etc.,
Right.
we should capitalize on that possibility. So, Chairman, I request you to form a committee.
Chairman.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm here to be the chairman.
Please form a committee.
Yeah.
A subcommittee and start. Let KPB.
Jayalal, I have a question. It might look stupid. There are so many ships flying regularly, transporting oil or on engineering services like cable laying or whatever. Okay. Is this marine warranty surveyor's job only for specialized operations like what you showed as examples? Or can it be extended to other normal ships which are performing their either regular duty by way of cargo transport or engineering operations? Just to enlighten us.
For which you already have P&I and H&M insurance for
Okay.
regular operational vessels,
Okay. So
where marine warranty is not required. That is required for offshore or construction projects.
it's specific only to those. Okay.
Yeah.
See, normal
Because
ships,
regular vessels are already under insurance, P&I in the form of P&I and H&M.
Right. Of course, there is a role of classification society, the
And-
regular periodic
and-
surveys. all
Exactly.
that.
tax state is also there.
Yeah. But,
I
but
think even on regular cargo ships,
Yeah.
we have a special cargo, project cargos,
Yes,
windmill
I understand.
parts.
Yeah,
There are
For
various.
that, right,
Hmm.
marine warranty gets involved.
Yes.
If a special high value equipment
Project
is
cargo.
transported on the deck of a cargo vessel, yes, marine warranty approval is required.
okay.
We have seen a
We
range.
as a designers are all asked to recommend the lashing systems, storage systems, and etc.
Exactly.
from time to
Yes.
time whenever special cargo is carried. One of the recent cargoes is the windmill parts, including the blades and other parts which are very heavy. And
Yes.
request is made by the owner operator to provide the lashing calculations, lashing arrangements, including physical presence during loading and unloading and etc.
Okay.
So that is basically sea fastening calculations, right?
That's correct.
It is basically sea fastening calculation.
But still MWS can come
Sea
into
fastening and also lifting.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Lifting is so critical. That beautiful
Lifting is
example.
critical because this is 75, 80 meter. One blade will have about very long, 80, 100 meter length. So you will have at least 3 to 4, 5 supports
Yeah.
per blade.
Even in a typical small heavy lift ship, we have 250 to 300 ton cranes to lift cargoes, which is more than 500 tons. That is done in the normal cargo ship operation.
BPS, can you check like all those online, some questions which have
Yes,
been
sir. Some questions are there, sir. I mean, since discussion was happening, I didn't this thing. Continuing on the questions, Mr. Krishna Kumar has asked, he would like to know how stringent we are on approval criteria and on-site survey situation. For example, he's telling, let us say the rigging arrangement is changed on-site. From his engineering knowledge, he knows that this will work. So should the operation be allowed if on-site the specialist doesn't have enough time to ask for another document with changed rigging design, as the operation is needed to be done on an urgent basis. In such cases, when on-site decision has to be taken on spot, and enough time is not there to ask for another document, how stringent are that in the on-site decision? This thing, that's the question.
Okay. Usually, nobody will take any risk with their job. If something goes wrong, maybe the guy who is doing it maybe he is very confident that this is okay and nothing will happen. But still, there is a chance that something can go wrong. So, approval at such situations, depending upon how experienced and how there the attending marine warranty survey, it is his choice whether to approve or not.
But
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's subjective, no?
It is.
Whereas when we have a certain technical way of assessing it, by saying, no, I'm in a hurry, I don't want to do that, can I go ahead? Is it not a risk?
That's what. See, if attending marine warranty survey, normally what happens in marine warranty company, engineering part is done by engineers in the office, and for attendance, mainly mariners are going. So they will not have any clue about engineering aspect of changing things at site. For example, in case of a mariner, if an experienced naval architect or a structural engineer goes, then maybe he is in a position to take a decision at site.
Also brings
Again, depending upon his experience and willingness, he
One
can
of
also
our-
say no.
one of our very senior naval architects, Mr. Naresh Shug, has asked, does Marine Warranty Company have a service to provide feedback on recurring cases to designers for making improvements for future designs?
Of course, they can recommend, because especially a marine warranty company having many offices worldwide, they are, their knowledge is vast, and based on various operations and previous experiences, they can comment and improve the situations. It is possible.
And Mr. Apurvakar, we know him as one of the well-experienced surveyors in India, both in IRS and DNV. So he has made a remark that he himself has done probably hundreds of marine warranty survey document approvals on behalf of DNV. He puts a very positive remark. I think we also will agree that we don't have any shortage of technical capabilities. So really, I mean, we just wonder why we can't start a marine warranty service company in India. I mean, certainly the technical ability
That
is
is,
there.
I agree. I agree on that one.
Yeah. So it's this forum probably some of us can think in those lines.
No, I fully agree.
Yeah.
India, we can.
Yeah. Mr. Girish Shekhar has got some more questions in the chat box. How much percentage of cost of the project marine warranty services charges? And in that, probably, I'm not sure if it's a subdivision of that. What is the percentage of design and analysis cost and percentage of operational cost? Probably just a broad view of how much this will actually cost in terms of percentages, probably.
Marine warranty cost is nothing compared to the overall project cost. Maybe 1% or something, even less than that.
Now, I see Mr. Krishna Kumar putting a question. Who gives certification and regulates the marine warranty surveyor competence? Is there anybody who's certifying this competency? Because he sees some people without certificates.
See, now there is International Association of Marine Warranty Surveyors. If you are a member of that, then you are supposed to be an expert.
Perhaps that was actually a question. Mr. Amit Dimri has made a comment. Marine warranty services through an insurance company, indemnity, etc. I mean, just a comment. Now, two quick questions probably. That's all is there in the box. Probably compared to the previous question, I think Jatish Chandra is asking a follow-on question probably. How can a designer get approved as a marine warranty surveyor?
Marine warranty surveyor approval, if you want, because you have to register your company as a marine warranty company first. I am also a marine warranty surveyor, but I cannot get any marine warranty job directly from any insurance company.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Vinod Vijay Mohan has made an observation. In insurance, there are representation and warranties. Representation might be true to the best knowledge of the proposer, but warranties in insurance contracts are fundamental condition, and the breach of which will allow the aggrieved party to repudiate the contract. Hence,
Yes.
marine warranty surveys are commonly stipulated as conditions of insurance cover for offshore and project operations. The surveyor reviews, approves the transportation and installation methodology to ensure that the operation is conducted within the acceptable limits. I mean, it is an observation. I think the speaker and the experts were also making the same comment,
Yes.
which Samit Dimri has just asked direct question. And our P&A club doing marine warranty service? I mean,
No,
Yeah.
they don't do.
perhaps that as of now completes all the questions as of now. So on to the chairs.
So
No,
I think
I think-
anybody has got questions
Our-
here?
I think our audience-
Yeah, there is
One
one,
question.
yeah, this.
My question is, if your, decision or whatever the decision, what you take is not accepted, what is, or if the parties don't go legally, what is the immunity which is available to you?
Can you please repeat once again?
Nay, suppose whatever the ruling what you decide upon, and if the parties involved, if they do not agree to your decision, and if they take a legal recourse, then are there measures for your protection? Or are their interests protected?
Have you taken an insurance? That's what he's asking.
Yeah, see, if they don't listen to what a marine warranty surveyor recommends at site, then the certificate of approval he issues before starting the operation will get automatically cancelled. That means he will not get any insurance. Finished.
I think your question is slightly different.
Nay, my question is basically in case of a incident, not they
Yeah.
complain in the beginning, but during an incident, if there is a difference in opinion about the cause of the damage or anything of that nature, because it involves huge amount of
He
money.
doesn't come in, no, then will be another investigation person. He is
There
only
should be another investigation
investigation.
in that case.
Part of that.
No, what he is asking is, are you indemnified for your services as a marine warranty surveyor? That's a better way of putting it.
Your company
Are you indemnified personally? If I go for a job, for a consultancy or a job or something, I am indemnified. To a certain extent, I will be indemnified for that. That can include monetary, can be include technical competence, can include other.
Okay, like you have certified certain things, it met with an accident. And eventually it comes down to you that you probably didn't look at very carefully or you have not looked at everything. Therefore, issued a certificate because of which, there was a damage has taken place. Then how do you, can the people come to you and collect money from you or something like that? That's what it is. Okay, we will discuss it separately. I mean, no, this is a very important question.
The thing is, I think marine warranty surveying
Yeah, it
is
is
not
not
a consultancy. They are, the operator board is doing, executing the project.
Let me add there, excuse me. There is a professional liability insurance that practicing naval architects and marine engineers can obtain. There are insurance companies that provide that coverage, and the Society of Naval Architects and Marine Engineers USA, and I think RENA also provide that facility for their members. So if you want to cover personally, such an insurance is also available.
What I was trying to say is marine warranty surveying is basically insurance company trying to reduce their risk by assuring this project, right? The project operator who is doing the project is responsible for safety executing that. So marine warranty surveyor is just giving advice to the insurance company. Yeah, everything is as per plan, and this plan looks like it works. And so their advice is only to the insurance company. They are not advising the project execution.
That's right, correct. It depends upon, because sometimes the client appoints marine warranty. So in such situation, marine warranty is answerable to the client. Finally, it is the insurance take, but
there are also
depends
two
upon-
observations. Yeah, there are also two observations by Mr. Apur Bakar. The two observations are: client can argue against marine warranty service on a specific issue before the operation begins, and marine warranty service works on the principle of ALARP. These are two observations. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have covered most of it. Just see, I saw one raised hand sometime back, Apurva Kar, but I think it's there or is gone?
Question is already completed.
All complete.
So all his questions and observations, I've already read them out, sir. Yeah.
Copy of these questions, sir.
Yeah, I think we can do that. See, can you take all these questions and send it to Jayalal and so that we know?
Yes, sir.
We can do that, sir. Yeah.
Sure, sir. We'll do that, sir. We'll do that. Sir.
That's not a problem. I think it's done more or less. Yes.
Okay. Any more? No? Any problem?
No, that is, now you can ask Mr. Prince or, Mr. Prince, would you continue still, or would you like to?
Yeah, if you want me to make my comments, I can do that now.
Yeah, I think after that, can you go ahead? Okay,
No,
please
no,
go.
whichever, I'm open to both. I can continue.
After question answering, you are supposed to be giving
Yeah.
your submission. Thereafter, concluding thing will come from the chair. That is.
You make your observation, that makes my job easier.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, one more question has got added, but we wait for the chairman's comment if it's okay. One more question has just got added. What new coming technologies do you think will have the biggest impact on marine insurance? Is there any AI tool used for document review and verification?
so far, no.
Perhaps if the chair allows, we'll allow more questions. Otherwise, we can ask the questions to be mailed to us and we'll take it up later. The comments of the chair before we go on.
Okay, please. Okay, please.
Okay. May I start my observations?
Please. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. First of all, we would like to thank Mr. Jayalal for his clear explanation of marine warranty survey in very simple language and very structured way. Thank you. I think Jayalal opened his comments with explaining what is marine warranty insurance. And I think it was pretty much clear to everyone because it was very structured and very pointed. Thank you for that. And then he went on to explain in detail various aspects of marine warranty survey, the acceptable risk levels, and emergency practices, suitability of equipment and operations, etc. Then the question, the talk went on to mitigation of risk and how best it can be done in a particular case of transportation or loading or load out or associated activities. And how once you have made a risk analysis and how the validation process takes place, what are the important things of review, hazard, engineering, inspection, and various high risk items are all validated in the process. Then he went on to the approval process that will take plus the final document and also attendance that all equipments are okay in the process and certificate of approval recommendations and the approval process in this marine warranty survey. Then he gave the examples of operation where the load out operation, the lifting of load out, lift and crane capacities, lifting of transportation jackets, etc., as typical examples. And then the knowledge and the independence of a marine warranty surveyor in terms of impartial assessment, safety risk assessment, technical compliance. Then he touched upon the surveyor's experience. I think this is one most important aspect in the entire process, that the surveyor is matured with good experience, with years of working in the field in handling these kind of situations. That is the ideally considered as an acceptable marine surveyor to issue a certification. And then he talked about who qualifies for the marine surveyor's job. And that definitely can be a naval architect, a captain, a marine engineer, or anyone who has the adequate qualifications in engineering and experience. And it's not really an area for freshers and young people who start up. It is mainly for people with at least 10 years experience. And you can always start off as an understudy after a few years of working in the field, working especially in the profession of naval architecture. And then he can be an understudy and he can qualify eventually as an independent marine warranty surveyor. See, basically, the risk is what is covered, but you cannot avoid risk. And that is exactly, he emphasized repeatedly, that there is no question of a zero risk assessment or zero risk situation. We can, as best as we can, minimize the risk and then leave it to the big man to do the rest. And then he covered on typical cases where failure took place and how important that this marine risk analysis and the lashing, securing, transportation, lift on, lift out, all these are assessed properly prior to a process is started. So the typical cases showed failures that has taken place for a variety of reasons, which was a good example for everybody to understand that what can go wrong. And that's happening in spite of the best efforts. We see frequently, or at least occasionally, major failures in this process of transportation and lifting and lift out installation of very high value assets. So the example was quite eye-opening, and actually the value of the presentation is well reflected by at least 30 or 40 questions that came up from the audience. That means the presenter has been able to excite the listeners and make them think and ask questions. And I think most of the questions were answered in a very clear language. And some of the questions are a little difficult to answer because they are somewhat general or somewhat futuristic in the process. So overall, I think the presentation gave very clear picture of marine warranty survey and the profession. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Jayalal again for his presentation. It was very clear. Thank you very much.
Prince, as I said earlier, that makes my job very easy, and you have done a beautiful summary of it, highlighting so many important aspects that Jayalal has brought to this enlightened community of naval architects, principally naval architects, yes. So let me just add a couple of more points, because I never thought there is something called marine warranty survey. I only thought there is insurance companies and the operators and the builders, and they fight it out. Because it might be a fighting out when something wrong happens. Okay. So now there is an in between, possibly because of recent engineering advances in the oceans, that it is beyond just ships, that marine warranty surveyors have come into being. I do not know how many years they have been in existence. Possibly Jayalal can give an answer on that later. And to add to what has been most striking in this, of course, I endorse absolutely what Princess said, so I won't repeat that. But the most striking thing was the cases that you gave. Of course, they may be available on YouTube, etc., but you have made it here in a nice, logical, sequential way. And of course, as naval architects, we do understand why they happen. For example, the heavy lift vessel with the superstructure all loaded on it, and then suddenly it goes down, and the simple well-known reason is that the ship has lost its waterplane area, which is so critical for stability, because we know BM, GM, I by V and all those things, right? So even the obvious can happen despite the best care. That is the most telling aspect of that accident, because everyone knows these basics, but why it was not thought of, or why it was undertaken in a slightly risky environment, or possibly there were extraneous factors like wind or waves or whatever, which caused a toppling of the ship. That is one. Similarly, an accident that does happen again and again, which should not happen, a heavy lift transformer 150 tons. The moment it is lifted 1 centimeter from the ground, the center of gravity shoots up. People may or may not be aware of it, and the ship has capsized. So, very interesting telling examples of how the marine warranty surveyor must definitely have technical backup. He cannot be just a legal expert knowing the rules. He must, as we said, it should be a naval architect or a seasoned captain, etc., etc. So you have brought it out beautifully through those examples. And most important, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. What we saw was a spate of questions coming in from all our audience online, and I'm sure we will compile all those questions, and this will continue to generate sustained interest, that people are also looking on it as a career. But in the Indian scenario, I know we are always following the world. High time now, with this body of naval architects here in the form of the Indian Naval Architects Association and the Kochi chapter, and Kerala going to become a maritime hub, etc., etc., it's high time that we took the lead and started establishing these kinds of equivalent organizations and expertise, which I think Jayalal has been the best take from your talk. So to that extent, I compliment you for having provided a very crisp, and most important, you stuck to your time limit. I was keeping watch on that. You went exactly according to time, because otherwise Christy will not spare me, I know. Yeah. So everything went well. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Jayalal and Prince.
Thank you very much.
Lovely hospitality. Yeah.
So that leaves me to give the vote of thanks. There is nothing much to say. It is all said and all visible to everyone. So first of all, thank you, Professor Subramanian, basically for consenting to be in person here to conduct these proceedings. And Mr. Prince, obviously he has summed it so well. Nobody else has to say anything further on that. And thank you, Mr. Prince, for providing us this facility. And this is the first time I think we have brought in a very, very nice environment, and everybody has enjoyed. Well, the number is not as much as we thought it should be. And finally, Jayalal, when I first spoke to him, I got excited by hearing what the kind of job he was doing. So I thought I should share the excitement with the rest of the community. So that is how it happened. Okay. So anyway, so I think finally, it has happened, and thank you very much, despite you being in Dubai. I know you were here few days back for some specific personal requirement, but you had to go back. So once again, thank you very much, Jayalal, and thank you everybody for supporting us with this venture.